Hi everyone, welcome back to Games from Spain. Our next guest, José Donaire, from Community Manager from Tesura Games, is going to give us a presentation about something very important and that is being forgotten nowadays, as well as the physical editions. So I'm not going to cause any more delay. José, please introduce your stuff.
Hello, how are you doing? How are you having an amazing Gamescom conference? It's our first day here at Gamescom as well. And as Laura, my colleague, said, we are here today to talk about an important thing as it is physical editions. Okay, they still exist. They're still being produced, even though media and press say otherwise. We have some companies still doing those physical editions. We are one of those. We are Tesura Games, and we are based in Spain. We've been doing this for 2-3 years already. We've been working with a lot of Spanish companies, as you can see here if you are attending Gamescom, and some other international companies as well. And basically what we do exclusively, it's just physical editions, okay? We don't do digital, we don't do any kind of other digital stuff, just physical. But before that, I'm going to introduce myself before I can introduce the company. So my name is José Donaire, I'm social media manager and marketing and PR. And in the things, within these, we do a lot of stuff. And so yeah, I'm one of those marketing, social media persons. Okay, so Tesura Games. What we do in Tesura Games, it's basically indie games, physical and a bit of distribution. We're going to talk about that in detail once we go over the slides. Okay, let me see if I can. There. So this is the introduction. We call the presentation "Let's Get Physical." If you know Dua Lipa, you will know why. And let's see if I can switch the slide to the next one. Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry. No. Sorry, this is live things. Hi everybody, you're welcome to see it if you want. We are talking about physical editions. You can take a look at the front, and the controller is not working at the moment. It will work. If not, I can just do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. Actually, don't move over there at the audience because you are part of the presentation. Hype. I didn't know that. I just remember that. So you're part of the presentation. So please stay there. So yeah, we're going to talk about the Tesura Games. What we do at Tesura, the part of the team. We're only a 5-people team. We're a really small team. The things we do, like distribution, publishing, we're going to let you know about what we call the soul of the game. We're going to talk about in detail about physical publishing. I mean, without NDAs or stuff like that. We're going to talk about production, physical production, physical indies. Yeah, there are physical indies. And we're going to leave a bit of time at the end for questions and answers. Okay? So basically what we do at Tesura, it's video games. I mean, literally, video games. We do not design them. We're not a development studio. We are physical producers of the video games. The boxes you are tired when you go to the retailer. You can find the boxes, you can find the manuals, you can find the cartridges, you can find stickers. So that's what we do. Tesura Games, as I said before, it's a Spanish independent video game publisher and distributor. And our aim is to create great, spectacular retail physical editions, collector's editions as well. As you can take a look here at the front. But we also do standard editions. Okay. We work with all video game platforms, even though some of them are easier to work with physically than other. If you take a look at the table, you can find out why. And the reason I cannot tell you because there is a lot of NDAs involved. And we work nationally in Spain, and we work internationally as well with all the companies all over the world, from the United States and Asia and even South Africa. We're working with them as well. So our aim is to bring physical games all over the world, because for us, physical games have some features that digital games, cannot get to or cannot cover. So yeah, we're trying to cover all the necessities of the market. Saying this, I mean, not every digital game needs to be in physical format. So for us, I'll get a bit into detail after in a couple of slides. But for us, not every game needs to be in physical formats. If you talk to our partners, for us, partners is every kind of game studio, developer, other publisher, other distributors we work with. It's the most important things for us. Our allies, it's our partners, it's the dev studios and all that. So that's where we like to build strong and flexible partnerships to get a nice catalog to our customers, to our players. Important thing to say is that we all at Tesura are collectors. We like physical games, and we buy our own games. Sometimes I get paid and I spend a bit of the money on my own games. So yeah, I do that. So what we do basically at Tesura Games, so first of all we do distribution. So imagine that the Mushroom Kingdom, it's the whole world. We have different partners all over the world, and with those partners we bring their games here to Spain. We have, for example, partner 1, partner 2 and partner 3, and we take the games and we take them here to Spain to retailers like Game, Amazon, FNAC, all others, even small retailers like Wacap and all small retailers. So yeah, so that's for distribution. Here we at Tesura we have like 2 branches: distribution and physical publishing. So this is the first branch. Yeah. And here's an example of some games we've distributed recently. We've got the pleasure of working with Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. We've got the pleasure of distributing the Janken team from Alex Kidd and the Miracle World, and Aragami 2, lots of them, Streets of Rage and Dog Dawn and Scorn, which was a really an amazing physical editions. So yeah, going back, what we do with these games is just take it into Spain and talking to the retailers and sell them here in Spain in their boxes and for all platforms and all that. Another side of distribution, which I really like, it's the small tokens, the small details included in the boxes. Okay, for example, in this case with Dead Cells, the Castlevania editions, if you got the Nintendo Switch edition or the PlayStation 4 edition, you got a different inner sleeve or reversible cover. Okay, so that was really important for us because it's a differential factor between all the rest of the editions. Okay, so yeah, basically also for us it's really important to talk to our players. We have our social media always opened, and we take a lot of into consideration every kind of feedback that you give us. Okay, so for publishing, here is a bit of what we do for publishing. We are a small team of 5 people, so we don't do porting, we don't do localization, but our partners do. So in case you are wondering how can you take your game from Steam and take it to consoles or localize it into 100 languages, we can do that as well. And also we have some kind of the physical editions we do. We always have to give them some extra details. Like for example, here in the second picture, the first picture, bottom left, you can see an exclusive item that we make for one of the best hits in 2022, which it was a metal, and it was really well. It was really well received, and it's been something we've been doing for some time now. Okay. Also, we like to show the physical editions. We do physical editions from the games, and apart from the games, people and players need to see the editions. So that's where we are showing you right here. Here you have another picture of the things we do. We attend to trade events like this one first. I got right here Irina from TV Studios. She's smiling at me because she's the person next to my colleague holding the game and the figurine of Koa, wearing the witch's hat. And it was one of the events we assisted last year. Spoiler alert, this year we're going to assist again Indie Day 2024 with even a bigger stand and with even a bigger thing I cannot talk about right now. And other things we do is more like common things like Christmas catalogs, press magazines. So we appear on those and we talk to the press, influencers, content creators, so that we can appear on those printed things. Next, we're going to talk about one of the newest things here at Tesura. 1 year ago, we opened our very own Tesura store, which is our own digital online store. So people from all over the world, they can go there, they can buy the games, they can buy merchandising, they can buy collector's editions, they can contact us if they have an issue. So it's open 24/7. And it's working really, really well. Spoiler alert, again, we are going to update it, so you will have a new version coming really, really soon. Okay? And now we're going to take a look about, I don't know if you can see at the camera here the games at the front. This is a bit of what we do. You're free to come after the presentations and take a look at the games, but this is a bit more visual of what we do. You can have here for the games, if you can please share the screen. For the latest releases, this one hasn't been released yet, but those three have. So we have Gil from Tequila Works, AK Sholot from Playstack and Chosen Studio, Space from the Unbound from Chorus, Mojic and Toge, and Serenity Forge, and here Abathor from the Spanish Jandusoft and PoPixel Games. So this is basically what we do. Here you can see really nice and glowy and a lot of items. Again, if you want to take a look at an actual edition, you can come here after the presentation and open it and take pictures, whatever you need. Okay. So I don't know if you can tell me anything about special about this kind of editions, because do they look similar to you? Do they look recognizable? Do they think, because with this is called a glam shot. For those of you who don't know how to call this kind of image, glam shots for us, they need to represent the game. People need to take a look at the glam shot and say, apart from I want to buy the game, of course, it's appealing. It has something. Abathor, for example, has something that a Space for the Unbound hasn't, or has something special that catches your eye. Okay, for us that's really, really important. For example, for the AK Sholot, we got a keyring, and in the game, okay, you have to breed new exolitals, which are the babies of the exolotls, are called exolitals. So for those, we created a keyring simulating a bubble, because axolotls are born from bubbles. So we're trying to make those kind of elements completely different from one another. Okay, for example, for Gil from Tequila Works, we made an actual flashlight. It doesn't include the batteries because of some issues, policies with the shipping stuff. But yeah, and for Space for the Unbound, we made from scratch the artbook. And if you like cats, you're gonna love Admiral, which is one of the most beautiful cats I've ever had the pleasure of playing with in a game, of course. And even if you get not the collector's editions, but if you get the standard editions, which is just the game itself, we also include a lot of goodies, like for example the manual or the original soundtrack digitally, of course, but you can have it just in the standard game. Okay. Let's take a look at some of the other games. Just to point out, over here, 1, 2, 3 games are from Spain, and the other one is from the States. Okay, so that's what I want to say here is that we really, really, really support Spanish indies, and our doors are open for all of you anytime. Just let us know, because we have a lot of Spanish teams on board. So from here as well, we've got 1, 2 of them in this case. Horror Tales, The Vega, and Overdark, they are both from Spanish teams, United States and United States. And if you are into the Game Awards and all those kind of awards, as That's Falls won the 2022 the Games Awards at the best games for an impact, and it's going to be released now this September. We're really excited. In this case, we have two editions, like the standard editions and the special edition. And Overdark, which was Tesura's first approach into the virtual reality. We've never published physically any game for VR, and in this case we did, and it's worked really, really, really well. If you haven't seen the game, just please take a look, because you're gonna be surprised. It's amazing. It's doing really well digitally, and it's doing really well physically as well. Okay. So for Horror Tales, again, I got something to say. We work with PlayStation, we work with Nintendo, and we work with Xbox to publish the games physically. So for Horror Tales the Vega, PlayStation mentioned that it was the first glow-in-the-dark sleeve that they ever made. What does it mean? I don't know if you know what a sleeve is. You got the game, and it's covered by some kind of sleeve, and then you place it on the game, and it's a different picture. In this case, this one goes on top of the other one. So if you have the sleeve and get it on sunlight and you place it and go into the dark, the sleeve is glows, like it shows the actual face of the villain, like really green. And it's better to show you, so we're going to take a look at the next slide with a couple of unboxings. I made myself, please don't judge the unboxings. I made it the best I could, and I really like to work with this stuff because it really gets you next to the games and next to the developers as well. So if you can just play the first one, please. I made them vertically because of social media and stuff. Yeah. So this is more or less what I do in my free time with the unboxings. Once I was doing one of those, and the boss said, "Am I paying you to do this?" And I said, "Yeah, you are, because this is part of my job, of course." I just try to show a bit of everything, showing the elements, of course, going really fast because you can replay it again, and giving you small details just for players to get to know more the game and take a look at the game. I try to use a really nice background, showing a bit of everything. I don't show everything because sometimes the books contain spoilers, and just I make like a general picture of the game, and I finish with a general glam shot. And this one was one of the best hits of Tesura last year. It's called A Metal. I could not make it into Germany last year, almost, because of the game. So at the border, they got the game, and they made me show them the game. And you can see here in Germany with the soldiers and guns and helicopters and all the stuff. They're really careful about that, and they made me open the game, show them the game, and everything was fine. And this was one of the. It's made in Spain as well, by an Epic Games, Fran Tellez, and it's amazing. If you like Metal Gear Solid classic games, you're gonna love this one. We made a patch for your t-shirts. We made an artbook from scratch. So yeah, this is what we do here at Tesura. You see, I used a different background here. Can you pause it, please? So you saw the last. That's fine, perfect. You saw the last minute of the game. It showed a postcard. If you play the game, you understand the postcard, because at the back of the postcard you can see a piece of toilet paper. Like, actually it was a piece of toilet paper folded in two, and we had to remove the toilet paper, fold it in two, and then place it one by one in all the editions. This is a joke because the character in the first minutes of the game, he escapes from prison, he takes his blood and draws the map on the toilet paper. So this is what we do. Yeah, can you please go to the... Give me 1 minute, please. Here. Okay. Okay, so Tesura X Studios, how we work. We usually work with developers, and we usually work with other distributors, publishers, and we work with everybody, almost. So here are some of the collaborations. Tesura X Civic, which are just releasing the games here at the back of the stage, placed by Mika and Witch Mountains. And Handusoft, which are here at the trade event as well. If you haven't got a chance to take a look at the games, please do, because they are doing really well. I'm missing one of the latest collaborations we're doing with the Usodesco, but that's fine. So if you are an indie studio and you're interested in a physical game, you talk to us and we will discuss. Okay, let's take a look at your game. Can it go physical? Can you give us some reasons? Does the game make good enough, because we want to make it physical? It doesn't have to be good or bad. We're not going to ask you for sales. We're not going to ask you for wish list. We're just going to take a look at the games. We are going to play the game, because here at Tesura we all play the games, and we all play the games fully most of the times, and we all decide why the game wants or needs to go physical or not. So the goals, you are not going to get rich doing a physical edition. That's really important. Physical editions do not make people rich. What is going to make you rich or make money, it's digital. That's really important. Physical editions are good for marketing, are good for preservation, are good for preservation as well, because usually what we do is we place the whole game on the CD, the cartridge, without downloads, without patches, and yeah, so fully to be played in the future anytime without internet connection. I think this is really important nowadays, that you buy a game and now X platform decides to remove the game, so you've lost the game. So for us, it's a kind of a way to keep your games forever. Of course, you don't need to buy all the games, but some of them, yeah, the ones you really like or that are really special, they're really good. Okay, pros and cons. As I said before, the main disadvantage of physical games, maybe for small studios or independent studios, is money. Again, you're not gonna make a lot of money doing physical editions. Physical editions are for really for lovers, for collectors, for people who really like to have the games on the shelf. But almost that's it. If you're working on a Kickstarter, you're thinking about having your game forever, maybe the physical edition is your choice. Okay, platforms. As I said before, I cannot go into a lot of details, but every platform has its needs, and you have to work with every platform differently. For example, Nintendo needs some stuff, PlayStation needs some stuff, and Xbox needs another stuff. So we adapt and adequate to all the platforms. Okay, self-publishing, important. I shouldn't get into this, but for some studios, maybe it's better to self-publish themselves more than look for a publisher or sacrifice or remove one of the digital platforms. So yeah, the elements of the editions. If you want to take a look at the games here at the front, you can take a look at some of the elements we add to the physical editions. We do the user manuals, we do pins, we do art books, we do CD soundtracks, and all this kind of unique elements. Okay, we're going to take a look now at what we call the soul of the game or the physical edition. Again, as I mentioned before, we all play the games. We all really passionate about what we do, and we try to find the soul of the game, which is that unique element that differentiates the game from the other. For example, for Space for the Unbound, it was the brooch, the flower brooch. For Figment, I think it was the art book, because Figment has got an amazing art. And for Guild, it's the flashlight. Okay, you sometimes when you play the game and you finish playing the game, for us, it's our objective is for us to go at the physical edition and say, okay, I really enjoyed this game, and I'm gonna keep it physical. Also, one of the really most common elements you ask of us, user manuals. User manuals still exist. Okay, they have not disappeared, and we also make them from scratch with the help of the developer. If the developer wants to do the user manual, we work depending on the developer's needs. If they want to be involved in the productions, they can be. If not, we can manage. And again, not every game needs a soundtrack or manual, or the studio doesn't have the art for all the elements. Okay. Community and communications. You have a physical editions. People need to see it. People need to touch it. People need to see it on press. Go to the store, get it. So for us, that's really important. So we take it into the team as one of the main objectives. Okay. Community as well. We listen to our community. For example, for a metal, we made only one user manual in English, and the community in Spain, it was so big that we had to translate it into Spanish as well. Or for example, the art book or the original soundtrack on Space for the Unbound, they really like the original soundtrack, so we made it available both in the collector's editions and the standard editions. Languages, important. The more languages, the more people are going to play your game. Okay, we don't get into how many languages you have or how many you need. Just whatever you can give us, or if we can help you, we can do that. We can do that. Territory. I'm going to talk about territory, but also I'm going to talk about platforms. For example, horror games, terror games, they do really well on PlayStation, while, for example, indie shooting apps, pixelated games, they do really well on Nintendo Switch. Of course, this affects the sales, both digitals and physical, and the territory as well. For example, the United States like shooting apps more, or like more here in Germany, they like visual novels, they like simulation games. Or in Spain, we like retro games, we like pixel games. So that depends as well how that is the game and how it reacts to the market. The market as well. We are seeing a lot of games lately that are kind of like lots of physical games. Not all games need to go physical. Okay, not all of them needs to say have a physical edition. Yep. So for here, I want to be open as well in case you have a game you want to pitch. Just give us a shout here at Tesura Games, and I'll give you a contact method after the presentations. Okay, and right now we are available via X now. I refuse to call it X. For me, it's gonna be Twitter forever. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn. We are on all of them. Okay, you can find us on all of them. And yeah, we do exclusive content for all of them. Of course, we usually work in Spanish and English. You can find them. You can find us mostly in Spanish, but we do English too, of course. And you can take a look at the future release dates, exclusive content, sneak peeks, etc. Actually, that's one of the things I really like about the social media and the guy in charge of social media. So I really like to show you small sneak peeks. For example, we just received some of the future games we're going to release. So I show you the people on social media a corner of the game because they really get excited. Or for example, we received one of the elements of the editions, and I can show you the elements. And so yeah, we would like to do that. Updates, important as well. This is related to the conservation and preservation of the games. If we are talking to release a game physically and you don't have the latest version of the game, for us it's better if you do, because in that way we can add it all fully to the cartridge or to the Blu-ray disc, and what it's called complete in cart. Okay, for complete in cart games, as I said before, there are those games that you put on you're going to play them. You play them on your PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, or Nintendo Switch or Xbox, and they are complete. They do not require any kind of downloads or patches, or they want patches or anything like that. Okay, and trophies as well. Again, if you have any kind of trophy you want to, here are my colleagues. I don't know if you can just aim to them. They're my colleagues at Tesura Games. Hey, hi. They didn't want to appear at the presentation, but anyway, here they are. And I'm just finishing, by the way. You can take a seat, feel like home. So actually, the presentation was about to be given by one of them, but they have other things to do. So here I am. So yeah, also one of the things we like the most about our community and our communications, it's suggestions. Our messages as always open for any kind of suggestions. If you like manuals, if you like your game in English, in Spanish, in Turkish, in Indian, it doesn't matter, okay? So you can always talk to us. We will always answer. If we don't answer, please insist, because it would mean that I haven't seen the message, okay? But yeah, please insist. I'm one of the persons that I don't like a no for an answer. If you don't like what I'm saying, just please say no, but don't leave me like in read. Just please say no. That really gets me on my nerves. So I'm going to show you one of the formats I'm really most proud of Tesura, what we call Tesura Connect. Nintendo, please do not sue me. This is a format we really liked at Tesura, and we've made it for 2 years now. Spoiler alert, this year maybe we'll have another version. And here is what we do. It's kind of our own showcase. We show the new games, we show what we're working on, we show, we do a bit of silly stuffs and all that kind of, if you can play it, please, I will comment it on, yeah, sorry. Yeah, here we go. So any kind of inspiration to any kind of big company, it's just confusion. You are not seeing anything. And we do it on YouTube and we do it on Twitch. This one we made it only for the second version. We made it in Spanish and we made it in English. Here it's me again with my other colleague Jose. Jose, I miss you very much. I hope you're here. And some of our editions here at the back. So yeah, you can change the subtitles. Let me just do that real quick. Here. Let me show you a bit of the Connect real quick. What we do here, we do our own showcase. We introduce the games, a small trailer, introducing the physical edition, giving more or less a date. It's really difficult to give an exact date today with physical games. Okay, so do not ask when is it going to be released. Just wait until you will have the final version. So here we have the last door by the Game Kitchen, Anchor at Island from Civic again. So we released the physical game. Again, you can take a look at all the trailers. You can take a look at the physical editions. Beholder. Here we're going to show you. We want you to keep it short. For example, 20 minutes, because we don't want to bore people. We just want people to enjoy the games and one announcement after the other. For us, that was really important. We have some small jokes. We talk to the developers in case the developers want to give us some words. We add them as well. Here another one of the editions. Here you can see the store, because that year it was the first year we got this store. So the store, Napa Games, talking about one of the future collaborations. Yeah, one of the games. Ko and the Five Pirates of Mara, again by Chibi. It seems that Chibi is sponsoring this presentation, but it's not. Okay, Chibi is not sponsoring. Let's talk later. Chibi is not sponsoring this presentation. And Elementalis, which it should be released digitally this year, hopefully. And so yeah, you can see all the games. You can see some sneak peeks. Here we announced the collaboration with Wildfire Studios and Oxide 2008. Which it was really good. It was really amazing. And here's Jorge, Todo Jingles, which is the person who makes the voice for the protagonists of the game. You can take a look at some of the games as well. More games, physical games. Here is AK Charlotte, Spanish game again. And the surprise, because we really like surprises. So we made this kind of, okay, we're saying goodbye. But no, we're not saying goodbye. Just wait a minute. I'm getting a call. And I was like, what? A call? Who's calling you? And now here comes the Fran, which is a developer of the Metal. And he's introducing his new game, saying that he really wants the game physical. So please, Tesura, save me and get me the game in physical. So now we introduce the game, we show the trailer, we show the physical edition, and again a bit of some words from a metal from Fran, and physical edition at the end. And here me being silly things. You know, the PR marketing guy, he always have to do silly things. I don't know why I haven't done anything silly in this presentation, but it's not over yet, so just hold your horses. So yeah, this is our format, and we do this once a year with all the next year's new games and new news and everything like that. Okay, so we get into the end of the presentation. Happy endings. I really like this slide. For us, sometimes we release games and we see how the developers go to the store, get the games, take a picture in the store. And for us, sometimes I take a picture of those. I take a look at those pictures. For me, it's like I'm feeling good. I'm in the right place. You know, I'm doing what I really like. You know how sometimes we add this kind of paper craft stuff. They assemble together, or people share their collections with all our games. But that's really, I don't know. It's like it goes beyond the screen. It goes beyond your work, and yeah, and it gives you a really nice perspective, and you end the day feeling really well. Here is Josiam. He's the developer of Alex Kidd and the Miracle World remake, along with the rest of the team called the Janken team, and they only went together for the remake. They made the remake, and now they're doing all of the stuff on their own. Okay, so I think we're good for questions and answers. Yeah, 15 minutes. So I timed it perfectly. Yeah. So this is what we do here at Tesura. We do our own physical publishing, Tesura Games, and then the distribution. So if you have any kind of any answer, any question, just let me know. If you want to take a look at the physical editions, they are available here. Please don't take them. I almost lost them not long ago because I need them. And that's it. I don't know if anyone wants to ask anything or you have any questions, you have any doubts. So yeah. That's it. Thank you very much. We are always open and we always want to talk to you via our contact email or social media, which you'll be talking to me. So yeah, more than happy to have you. And thank you very much. Enjoy Gamescom and buy physical games, please.